Everybody, let's get on started. Welcome to Monday Manifest X. Like you say, with Miro and myself here, we welcome everybody here. Thank you so much. Today is Memorial Day, so we get to memorialize on our memorabilia of what has been in store, like you say, history's times or her story times. And we're going to just get started in an amazing meditation because I know we had a productive week previous week and we had this weekend, and then getting settled in on this amazing Monday, we got to kind of take a step back for ourselves because here at Manifest X, we want to get into our, like you say, embodying of our higher self and integrate, those lower parts of ourselves to say, hey, chill out for a moment. It's time for me time today. So what we're going to be going into it is a deep meditation provided by our amazing Victory. I mean, Victory is an amazing soul, and her and I collaborated at our MITT experience, moving from a basic to advanced into our LP 197 family. And with that being shared, she opened up her gifts and talents of who she is and what she's all about. So before we go into meditation or either Victory, you can conclude on who you are at the end or at the beginning, however you want to do this, my love. Let's all get started. And of course, if anybody else know anybody who would like to participate in this experience, because it is all about who we are and integrating our gifts and talents and monetizing, this is the place to incubate and get started. All right, I'm gonna turn it over to you, my love, Victory. All right, everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome, Victory.
Welcome, Victory. Thank you, James. Thank you, Empress, and thank you, Empress and Miro, for having me. I would just request, you already did it, that everybody puts themselves on mute for the meditation. And I'll do a quick brief intro. My name is Victory. I'm a singer, songwriter, sound alchemist, multidisciplinary artist, and creative entrepreneur. I am a passionate, multidimensional being. I am also a fearless, connected, and generous leader. And I'm here to share my gifts with the world to reflect people's beauty and power back to them, specifically through sound and art. Anything that comes from that sound, any art that's generated, any community experiences, any retreats, any activations. Sound is my life. My soul is made out of sound. Sound is also the mother of creation. Literally everything in the universe has a sound, even silence. And so it's the ultimate math. And so why not? I'm a why not person. I'm a yes and person. So why not show up in service and give everyone a really resonant and transcendent experience where you get to reconnect to source and self and each other through meditation. When we meditate, we become the watcher, the witness, the observer, and it's a great way to listen, right? To become deeply present, to have better equanimity, to cultivate deeper peace. It also is a great way to de-stress, to relax, and to recalibrate yourself. And a little bit about the sound. Sound actually has the power to program, deprogram, and reprogram you. And specifically, not just like the sounds that you hear around you, the sounds of your voice, but music specifically is its own specific type of math and frequency. And so I use my voice and these crystal bowls. I have 3 of them here, and each one of them is made out of a different type of crystal, and they each have their own different properties and resonance. Specifically, the ones that I'm working with in this season are root chakra, which chakras are energy centers in the body. Sacral chakra, which is the womb. I like to call that babies, books, and businesses. It's the seat of creativity. Even if you're a man, you still have a womb. That's where like your creative ideas usually spring forth. That's where your intuition sits. And then the other bowl, the second bowl, is solar plexus. This is where your willpower sits. So anytime you want to benevolently exert your will into this world, it comes from this center right here. That's like pretty much around right above your navel, between your heart and your womb. And then the other bowl, the one that I actually just held up, this one is for the throat chakra. So how are we expressing? What are we creating? Words are spells. That's why it's called spelling. Abracadabra, as I speak it, so it shall be, so it is. So we want to be really mindful, really precise, and really tapped in and tuned in to what it is that we are speaking, because as we speak it, so it shall be, that forms our reality and literally is the birth of everything that actualizes around us. And so when I do these meditations, I would just invite people to really just relax and receive, because what we're doing is kind of like squeegeeing your soul. It's like, think of it like a spa day or like a car wash for your soul, where you just get to drop in. You don't need to have any experience. You get to sit and breathe and receive. And so it's really a practice of just sitting and listening and honoring the deep presence and the ever unfolding of now through the breath and deep listening, while practicing being surrendered. Because oftentimes we're very outwardly focused and we're always doing. This is a practice of just being, where you can be receptive and just receive the sound and let it do whatever it's going to do in your body, in your aura, in your atmosphere, in your life. And also, when you're in that deep state of receptivity, that's when you're most magnetic. So anything that you're calling in, any intentions that you're setting, even if you haven't spoken them out loud to anybody, when you clear your field and allow yourself to just be and receive, those things are already on their way to you and coming to show up in your life, and sometimes through you, but they're coming and or they're already here and they're just being actualized. So it's a great practice, specifically in Western culture, because we're always, like I said, so outwardly focused. So right now I would love to invite everyone to, if you haven't yet, put yourself on mute, which I think everybody is. So thank you for that. And just take a moment to settle into wherever you are right now. If you want to sit, you're more than welcome to sit. If you want to lay down for these next few minutes, you're more than welcome to do that. And just get really comfortable. And when you're ready, just gently close your eyes. Just take a moment now to settle in. And I realize that I can't see everyone on camera, so I'll just trust it and move in a pace of one of the people that I can see, since I can't see everyone. So just take your time and get settled and close your eyes and bring your awareness inward. The reason why we close our eyes and we meditate is not to shut out the outside world, but to tune into our inner world. So the outside world is still going. Life is always going to be lifing, but can you tune into yourself in this moment and shift your awareness from being outwardly focused to being inwardly focused, not being preoccupied with what's happening in the world around you, but gently becoming deeply present and aware of what's happening within you inside of your inner world. And taking these next few moments to just notice how that awareness shifts once you do close your eyes in the seated position. Noticing any thoughts you might be having in this moment. Can you allow yourself to just be with those thoughts and not cling to any of them? Imagine them floating through your mind like clouds on a windy day. You're just observing them and you're not holding on to any one thought, getting stuck in any one thought or ruminating, just allowing yourself to observe without judgment what it is you're thinking in this moment. And oftentimes our thoughts are tied to emotions. Maybe you notice how you're feeling emotionally in this moment. Or maybe there's something that's going on in your life right now. Whatever it is you're feeling, just know that it's okay. And can you also just be with this emotion and just allow it to illuminate whatever it is there to presence for you? Because emotions are just energy in motion. It's all just feedback. It's all just information. And it allows us to have an emotive experience so we can feel in our body what it is we need to feel to take away the lesson that we need to learn or the information that we need in this moment. So can you just gently be with whatever you're feeling emotionally right now? Again, without needing to control, fix, or judge or cling to it, just being with it now. And perhaps you notice how you might be feeling in your body. Maybe you notice the temperature in the room, other ambient noises around you, sensation of the clothing on your skin, quality of the sound of my voice, and any ambient noises that might be here with me that you're hearing through the computer. Can you allow everything that's happening right now to just become a part of the fabric of this beautiful tapestry of this experience right now? Life is always going to be lifing, but can we show up and just allow ourselves to accept certain parts of it and become the eye in the storm, knowing that we are that powerful and that we get to decide how we experience this life because we say so. And just taking a moment to be with that, because that's really powerful. And in this next breath, I would love to invite you to gently draw your awareness to the breath. What does the breath feel like in your body in this moment? Just notice it without judging it or trying to change or control or fix it right now. Just noticing what it feels like. Where does the breath land when you breathe in? When you breathe out, what does it feel like? What is the quality of your breath? Is it deep? Is it shallow? Is it quick? Is it slow, or maybe somewhere in between? When was the last time you took a moment to actually notice the quality of your breath and how you're breathing? Quality of your breath directly influences the quality of your life and your emotional experience in any given moment. So knowing this, what are you noticing about your breath right now in this moment and how it feels in your body? And I would love to invite you to now begin to slow down the breath and notice how that feels in your body. Deepening the inhales and lengthening the exhales. Taking time to draw the breath in through the nose all the way down into the belly, to the chest, and then exhale, letting it go. And doing that 2 more times. Inhaling deeply through the nose all the way into the belly, into the chest, and then exhale, letting it all go. Inhaling 1 more time deeply into the belly, into the chest, and then exhale, letting it all go. Knowing that the only moment that matters and that exists is this one right here, right now. So can you continue to breathe deeply at a pace that feels good to you in your body, and just allow the ever unfolding of now as you listen, breathe, and receive. Just allow yourself to be present in this moment without needing to fix, change, or control anything. Eyes closed, totally relaxed, breathing deeply. Listening, always listening. What is it that you hear in this moment as you breathe into your vessel? What does that sound bring up for you? Can you allow yourself to just be with it, and whatever information and feelings and thoughts that come with that, or sensations in the body? Here we practice total acceptance and non-judgment. Remembering that all we have is this moment, and there's nowhere else for you to go. There's nothing else for you to do. There's nothing for you to try to fix, control, or change. All you have to do is breathe and be here now. Here now. Here now. Imagine what would happen if you didn't look back, if you didn't look forward, and just allowed yourself to be deeply, fully present in any given moment. Can you practice doing that right now with this next breath, and the next, and the next? Realizing that you are co-creating this ever unfolding of now with everyone and everything around you. And feeling the power, the truth, the freedom of that with every single breath. And with every exhale, allowing yourself to let go of something that you no longer need. What is it that you might be holding on to that's no longer serving you? Can you let that go to let yourself grow? Just allowing. Allowing is a very powerful state of being, in which we are in total acceptance, complete awareness, and completely surrendered, and also in flow. Finding the flow of life and allowing it to happen as us rather than to us, through us or for us. This is life happening as you right now with every single breath. You are one with this moment, with the breath, and with source and each other, and everything around you, because it's all interconnected. So continue to breathe and just feel the power of that reality, the beauty of that, with every single breath, emptying your vessel to create more spaciousness within yourself as a divine instrument. covered in it. The love that you came from, the love that you are, all the love that is, and the love that you return to when you leave this place. Just allowing that to fill you now and radiate throughout every cell in your body, washing you clean, creating more space for even more love, because it's infinite, boundless, and expansive. And then taking time now also to listen, breathing into your heart space with this gratitude and this love, surrendering and allowing and listening. What is your heart saying in this moment? How can you honor that with every single breath, with every single beat of your heart, allowing and listening, becoming deeply present, showing up for life, to live it fully in only the way that you can with your unique design. And if there's anything else that's showing up for you right now in this moment, other than the gratitude, love, and surrender and peace that you're cultivating in this relaxed state, can you just allow it all to be part of the fabric of your existence? Allow it to be part of the dance, because you are unshakable. You are unstoppable. You are a sovereign, empowered being, powerful beyond measure. And so let this breath and this gratitude and this love and this moment be a reminder, bringing the breath into every single part of your body now to feel even more alive, giving thanks once again for being on the wake-up list this morning. You're still here. And every time you get to wake up, you get to start anew. And so what happened yesterday, it doesn't matter. What happens tomorrow is not even here yet. Can you be here right now and find beauty and power and comfort in that? Even in the moments of discomfort where you're being pushed past your edges, can you breathe into it and receive it all as love and stay grateful? Stay in love with life. Stay surrendered and allow your power to be fully expressed in any given moment just by being who you are. And taking time now to bring your awareness into your heart space, and if it feels good, putting your hands over your heart, connecting with the rhythm of life. Remembering that the mind works for the heart and not the other way around, which is why when people leave this life, they can be brain dead, but if the heart stops beating, we cease to exist. So it's the breath and the heart and the soul that keeps us alive, and the mind that sits in the brain works for the heart. So anytime you're feeling overwhelmed, breathe into your heart space, put your hands over your heart, and remember this, that you are a heart-centered soul having a human experience, a sovereign being that chose to come here to express and shine your divine light into the world, to be a radiant, powerful, brilliant, bold being and co-create this reality with Source and everything and everyone around you in a way that only you can. So breathe into your heart space and honor your design in this very moment, knowing that this moment is all that we have. And just allow each moment to unfold into the next, into the next, into the next, and really lean into that. Really embrace it. Really just receive it, to receive more of you. Knowing that you get to say how this goes. And bringing the hands in prayer at the heart center and slightly bowing the head, remembering to connect once again with the breath. Drawing the breath all the way into the belly, into the heart, holding for a moment and saying thank you, and then exhale, letting it go. Inhaling once again deeply into the belly, into the chest, holding for a moment and silently saying, I love you. Exhale, letting it all go. Inhaling once again into the belly, into the chest, holding just for a moment, whispering, I am listening. And exhale, letting it all go. Remembering this 3-part mantra of thank you, I love you, I'm listening, and taking that with you as a gift, not only for yourself, but to everyone and everything around you, especially in the moments when you're feeling challenged. Can you receive it all as love and lean in with gratitude and surrender to that? And when you're ready, gently fluttering the eyes open and beginning to bring the breath back to a pace that feels good in the body for you in this moment. And just leaning into the beautiful magic that we just amplified together in this container. And thank you for showing up for each other and for yourselves and for allowing me to hold this beautiful space with you. It's been an honor and a pleasure. I hope that you take this moment with you everywhere you go, and these gifts and this magic with you everywhere you go, because it's yours. All we did was put it in a container to amplify it together. It's already there. Once again, my name is Victory, and thank you so much for having me. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. And I would encourage everyone to do something nice for yourself today. Do something that feels good, because you get to, right? Why not? We're here to enjoy this life, so do something that feels good. Make sure to drink plenty of water. Even though it was a mini meditation, we just moved a lot of energy, and so you're going to want to make sure that you're nourishing yourself today. So for me, my 3 words are nourish, nurture, and play. That's how I live my life. Those are 3 of my core values, and so I would love to encourage you to nourish yourself today, nurture yourself today, and also find playful moments, because why not? And smiling is optional and widely encouraged. So make sure to spread love and joy wherever you go. Not just for you, but for everyone around you. Thank you so much again.
Everybody open up your mics and express your gratitude to Victory. Wow.
Thank you,
Woo!
Victory.
Thank you. Hugs.
Thank you.
Yes, this was amazing. And like you say, I'll put in the group chat, if you want to have your personal one-on-one meditation with Victory, all by means necessary, get connected with her. I'm in a Zen state right now, so I feel like I'm high. So just let you know, I'm just saying, hey, why Empress, talking like that. So, definitely get in tune. Also, she has her solar return coming up this week. So
Yes,
show
I
your,
do.
love and support. Yes, love donation, like you say, Venmo her, put your Venmo in the group chat so we can bless you,
Oh,
with this
thank
amazing
you.
gift that you have. We appreciate you. Thank you, Victory. All right, we're gonna have 2 shares. So make it, like you say, snappity snap snap. If you got to share with what you have learned throughout your meditation. So let's go. Who wants to share?
For me, it was just a very beautiful experience having that head-heart coherence, letting the heart take over, because I'm usually all up in my head for the most part. So it was just nice to just let go, relax, and be in tune and flow. And singing bowls are my jam.
Excellent. All right, Joy Grace shared that be brief, be brilliant, and be done. Woo! How powerful is that? Snappity
I just
snap.
want to say that is a whole sermon. Thank you, Joy.
Yes. Awesome sauce. Well, thank you so much, Victory. Like you say, if you tune with us, with Queen has to share with us, and how to take victim story into an empowered story, and how to monetize that to attract your amazing ideal soul tribe, soul family, or those customers who get to become your soul family and soul tribe. All right. Yes, indeed. So let me share my screen. Right.
I just want to
There
say
we
thank you once again before you get started, Empress. I'm gonna I have a prior commitment, but I'm gonna dip
Okay.
out, and I will watch the recording, and I would love to join you guys later for more extended versions. I just want to say thank you to each and every person here. It was an honor and a joy and a pleasure to hold space with you this way, and I'm looking forward to hearing from all of you soon.
Same to you, Victory.
All
That was
right.
awesome.
Thank
Hugs.
you.
Thank you.
Beaming you all so much love. Thank you.
Thank you. Like you say, amazing souls, here at Manifest X, we feel better. Look, we just had a powerful meditation about Victory, and now it's time to earn more. So with that being shared, like Miro we always said, how we create our 7-figure self And it's through a guided meditation that we already experienced, because our mission here in Manifest X is all about spreading love. It's all about spreading bliss, peace, and joy to every cell in everybody on earth. I mean, right now we got joy here and we got joy grace. How cool is that? And beyond. And we want to empower 1,000 conscious, like-minded entrepreneurs like ourselves to reach the 7-figure mark, so we can collectively have direct impact on 1 billion souls. So how do we do that? How we transform and be the source of a transformed world is empowering our finances, empowering our relationships, and overall having that fulfillment as business leaders. So our objective here in Manifest X is to be the premier startup incubator for conscious leaders and to promote self-sufficiency and self-sovereignty. So being self-sovereign. And the desired outcome by showing up on a consistent basis is being a transformed thought leader and influencer to make an impact in the world. So my motto I always share is that in order to run a successful business operation, you must first run a successful business operation inside of yourself first. Now, we have a growth model here. Yeah, we got a foundation, the Manifest X growth model, and it's focused on 3 elements inside of 3 inner core elements. So we focus on the outer core that deals with resonance, transformational experiences, and enrollment and coaching. But in our inner core, it's all about impact, abundance, and most importantly, freedom. So with all of that, with the transformational speaking, is that as we're in tune with ourselves, we get to speak and get seen and get heard. So all of that has to deal with enrollment. So we can make an impact, so we can embody that freedom and give permission for others in our environment to do the same. So at Manifest X, again, we want to feel better and earn more. Now, with this amazing, beautiful, 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 beautiful bouquet of flowers, we got Queen Shavannah Speaks More. And with that, she is resilient and grace. Most of us had experienced her in our masterclass that she presented with us on how we take our stories and monetize from it. She is going to be also continuing that masterclass today. With that being shared, her background is being a storytelling strategist. She's a life coach and an executive producer. And with that, we are going to create that story that sells. So I'm going to turn it over to our fabulous Queen. Are you there, my lady?
Hello, hello, hello. I am here. Hello, everyone. I'm so happy to be back. Hi, Empress. Hi, everyone.
Welcome,
There we
welcome.
go.
Thank you. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much for having me back. I'm super duper excited to finish our 3-week series. Was supposed to be last week, but y'all, I apologize for that. So we here today. That's all that matters. So for those of you that have been hanging in there with us, the first week we talked about, well, essentially this series has been how to turn your story to cash. And one of the things that I am truly, truly adamant about is letting your voice be heard. And one of the best benefits to just really being able to embrace your gift and why your soul came to this human experience is the fact that you can literally take your gift and your story and you can monetize that. I just really believe that we all have voices that need to be heard. And I also believe that you can take that and turn that into cash. So the first week I showed you guys how do you really identify your story? Like, where do you even begin? Because a lot of people, one of the issues that they have is we have so many stories, right? Every day of your life is a story. Like I can probably tell you a story about today. So we never run out of stories, but one of the challenges that a lot of people have is what story do they begin telling? So that week I kind of walked you through how do you begin to identify that so that you can have something to monetize. And then the second week we talked about creating your magnetic messaging. One of the things, especially being an entrepreneur, that is so inevitable is the fact that you have to have a messaging that is going to attract the people that you are called to serve. If your messaging is not tight, if your messaging is not down packed, then you will probably be running around a hamster wheel trying to figure out why things are not working, why you aren't attracting clients, why you're not being able to sell things. If you are not, then it probably has a lot to do with your messaging. So we talked about that for the second week. And then this week, we're actually going to talk about how do you take all of that and really turn that into a transformational offer or service that scales without limits. And I'm going to just really give you all the blueprint on how to do that. So literally take your gift and your story and turn that into something that can serve the masses. I am not a fan of just really having a lot of your energy being poured out into people one-on-one all the time, because at the end of the day, I believe that most people get into entrepreneurship for freedom and you can't have freedom if you're working with 1,000 people one-on-one all the time. So one of the things that I help my clients do is to create that transformational offer or service that's really going to reach one to many, that you can really show up and make an impact in the world. So let me share my screen so that we can walk through this today. Oh, wait a minute. I don't know if hold on, I might have it. Wait a minute. Okay, boom, there we go. Okay, so let me know if you all can see my screen. Awesome sauce.
Yeah,
All right,
secret
yes,
number 3.
yes. Okay, perfect. So this week, and I'm outside, by the way. Those of you that don't know, I feel like I was a butterfly in my past life, because when I say me and nature go together, like this is my it was everything, especially when she just did that meditation. So if you guys hear like birds and fans going off, then just know that's why. Sorry. All right, so this week we're going to talk about how to turn your story into a transformational offer or service that scales without limits. So creating your premium offer or service, these are really the things that you need to be able to pinpoint in order for you to launch something that you can put out into the world that can, again, serve one to many and not have your hands in it all of the time. So the first thing is, you need to know the name of your offer and whatever it is that you're going to create. So that can be a service, or it can be a service or a product. So regardless of what your business is, regardless of what you do, whether you have a beauty brand, whether you are a speaker, whether you are in network marketing, we all have a gift and we all have a story that is monetizable. And the first thing that you need to know is, what is going to be the name of your offer? One great rule of thumb for creating a name for your offer or service is to make sure that it's something that people can understand. Meaning, make sure you're speaking the same language as your client. So if you have an offer and it's like a 20 sentence long or 20 word long offer, you're probably going to lose people's attention. So like I said last time, keep it simple. That is my motto. Regardless of what you do, just keep it simple. When you start to overthink and overwhelm yourself and stress yourself out, that just means you're out of alignment. You need to revisit what you're doing, get in alignment, seek your inner being, see what direction you need to go, and then just keep it simple. Because I promise you, a lot of the times, the things that we're sitting on, your intuition will tell you first. So normally the first thought you have is what you should go with. And oftentimes what happens is we talk ourselves out of it because we're like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this, or, maybe that's too this and that, whatever. We make all these excuses because our humaneness kicks in, our human brain kicks in, and we really talk ourselves out of it. So when you begin coming up with a name for your product or service or your offer or your service, keep it simple, right? What is the length of your program or service going to be? Who is it for? And this is so important because when you're creating things for people, it's inevitable for you to know who you're creating this for, right? I think we talked about this. It might have been in our second secret that I introduced to you all with the magnetic messaging. It's super, super important for you all to have clarity around who you're doing this for. Because if you don't, a confused mind does not buy. If your clients are showing up on your page every day, and one day you're a speaker, one day you are doing hair, the next day you're doing, all of these things, they are confused and they are not going to buy. So it's super clear for you to understand, okay, this is my story, this is my gift, and this is who it's for. For me, I'm very clear on the fact that I am able to inspire and empower and assist coaches and consultants at a higher level, right? That does not mean that I can't work with corporate leaders. It doesn't mean that I can't work with influencers and celebrities, but I'm just clear on who I serve so that when I put my messaging out there, that's who I'm calling in. Everybody else is a bonus. So what problem are you solving, right? Again, if you look at your story from week one, those of you that were here for week one, Your story, what you're doing today typically stems from your story. It typically stems from something that you have gone through, something that you have encountered, maybe some type of trauma or some type of experience that you have gone through, that you have walked through on this journey that has now led you to what it is that you do today. And typically, that is the problem that you are solving in the world. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. We are here to solve problems. And the bigger the problem you solve, the more money you can make. All right. Always remember that, because that's what we do. And then what are the outcomes? Like, what is the benefit of what it is that you're creating? So an example is one of the programs that I created really early on in my coaching journey. By the end of the program, they'll walk away with their 6-month action plan, their story mapped out and ready to monetize, and they will be able to 10x their income. When people go to my social media or the landing page or whatever, and they see that, it's very clear, this is what you're going to get by the end of this program. And that's exactly what my promise is to them. And if they do the work, then that's what the results are going to be for them. That's going to be the benefit for the client. Another thing is what's included. One of the things I always like to do is like really go overboard and add bonuses to everything that I do. Because it's almost essentially like added value. So when you're creating your transformational offer or service, think about things that you already have access to. Think about things that you already have in your repertoire of files and content that you created over the years, and start to pull those things out as bonuses in the things that you're creating now. One of the things I want to say here too is a lot of the times as we evolve, that's what we're here for, just like the universe expands every 17 seconds. As human beings, we are created to evolve. So just because you have evolved to another level, it does not mean that what you used to offer and the content that you used to have is not going to be beneficial for someone else. Because just because you're at another level, there's still someone that's at the level that you were at 5 years ago, right? So don't ever think that the content that you used to create is no longer valid. It's always valid. It's always relevant. The key is to kind of tweak it a little bit, make it more relevant to where you are today. Throw that in as a bonus, an added bonus, and then boom. I normally offer at least 2 or 3 bonuses, in whatever I do. That can be a call with you. It can be, a program that you had. It can be an audio program. It can be the 5-step blueprint to how to XYZ. I mean, it could be anything. Don't ever discount or discredit the content that you're already sitting on, because I promise you can do something with that. And then the other thing is, what's the investment? Are you going to offer payment plans? A great rule of thumb is to break it down by the week and then create monthly things. And then what I mean by that is, like, let's just say that you are going to take your gift, your expertise, your brilliance, and you're going to package this in a way that you can now help other people and support other people. And you're creating maybe a 12-week program, for example. One of the things that I love to do is create monthly themes, right? So one of the acronyms or frameworks that I started using early on is GPS, activate your GPS. And that stood for goals, purpose, and story. So what we did in any of our programs is the first month, we heavily focus on goals. Like, what are your goals? What are your intentions? What is the thing that you're looking to truly manifest in this human experience? The second month, we talked about the purpose, mindset, limiting beliefs. That's why I really utilize a lot of my NLP, because that's a gift that I have that I bring out in my programs and in my services to help or to assist other people, right? And then the last month, that's when we hone in on your story. So any program that you typically work with me in, those 3 things were pretty much the foundation. So once you identify what the things were going to be for the month, then it's easier for you to break it down by the week. Because one of the things a lot of people are challenged with when they're creating programs or offers or services is, I know so much, right? I'm a visionary. I got all of this content. How do I package it up? So hopefully that helps you really be able to narrow down how to package it up. Create monthly things, and then you can break it down by the week. So I know if month 1, we're going to be talking about goals, everything in that month, first week, second week, third week, fourth week, is going to be under the umbrella of goals. Okay. Does that make sense so far? Everybody with me? That makes sense? Okay. All right, now if you're not clear on what to create, right? Especially if you were here from day one and you're like, okay, I'm kind of a little bit clear on my story. I'm really, figuring out my gift right now, my purpose. These are just some questions that you can ask yourself. Well, this is recorded, so you can always go back and watch it. But I was gonna say you can screenshot it because it's probably not gonna be able to write it all down. But here are some questions that you can kind of ask yourself to begin to get the juices flowing. So what are you passionate about, right? What do people come to you for advice for often? And the reason I love this question is because one of the things that I find when I'm working with people is they are like, I have no idea what my purpose is. I don't know what to do. I don't know what my gift is. I have so many gifts. I have so many passions. But the very thing that you're called to do typically is something that is so innate in who you are that you don't even identify it as a gift. You don't even know that it's a gift, right? Like with me in storytelling, I've always had a way of telling stories. Even as a little girl, I never understood why people will always come to me and tell me their whole life story. And as I continue to evolve and really identify, okay, why did my soul come here? Like, who am I really here to be? I began to understand, like, oh, I wasn't weird. That wasn't just, like something that was just in the back of my head. That was my gift. That's my purpose, right? So a lot of the times, the thing that you're called to do is not what your parents told you should do. It's not what your college professor told you should do. It's not what your pastor told you should. It's normally something that you really have to sit and surrender to and say, you know what? I didn't even realize this was a gift because it comes so easy to you that you just think, oh, well, everybody knows how to do this. Nobody's going to pay me to do this, but you would really be surprised at the things that we have launched and people are actually paying for. So I want you to really think about that question specifically if you're like, you know what, I have many gifts, I wear many hats, I just don't know what I would create. What do people come to you for all the time? And you don't even notice that they're coming to you for it. What do people compliment you on? What are your biggest achievements, right? So what are some things that you have done over the past few years that you just thought you were doing just to be doing, and it ends up you were doing it because it was all a part of the process. It was all a part of you evolving into and becoming the 2.0 version of who you are called to be. I want you to make a list of all these things, and this is what you can help people with now. And then I want you to sit and decide on what you feel. I'm really big on feeling. That is my like whole gift. So when you know you're in alignment, it feels good. All right. So what do you feel called to the most? And then what is the market paying for? So where are your clients now and where will they be after working with you? That's really the icing on the cake. So before you create anything and go through that whole entire process that I just showed you, I want you to identify, okay, where is someone before they work with me? And then after they work with me, where are they going to be? What is the destination? That is going to be the benefit. Whatever you're selling, always tie your story in to help communicate the benefit. This is the key to turning your story to cash. And again, this makes sense if you've been on this journey with us, because as you are identifying what your story is and what that looks like for you, now you can tie that into your gift. Now you can tie that into why you do what you do. Now you can tie that into, okay, this is why I created this transformational offer. And you can leverage your story to get people into your experience, to purchase your program, to purchase your service, and so forth. So does anybody have any questions about that before we move to the last slide or the next slide? I can't see everyone, so I guess if anyone has any questions, you can put it in the chat or you can come off mute. So I'm going to keep going because I think we got other stuff to do after this. Now, these are some places that I just wanted to share with everyone where you can actually begin sharing your story. And this is important because a lot of the times we don't share our stories because we feel like who am I going to tell my story to? You know, who am I going to share this information with? And these are some places that I started with when I started speaking and really started sharing my story. And you don't have to really be a speaker to share your story, by the way. So I just want to throw that out there for those that are like, well, I don't really want to be a public speaker. It's okay, but you still have a story and your story still matters. So I just wanted to share these places with you all. If you have a local chambers in your area, like a chamber of commerce in your area, that is a great place. I've spoken with them several times, even this year. Meetup.com is a good one. That is pretty much like Eventbrite, which I'm going to name later on, but it's pretty much a site that you can go to and you can find things that are in your expertise, like events that are within your expertise to go to network and to reach out to the event organizer and say, hey, I see that you guys are looking for a speaker. Prime example, there's a Rotary Club here that was looking for speakers, and I ended up connecting with the president to refer a lot of my clients that were speakers in this area to go speak to that Rotary Club. And that's just an event they do every single Thursday. They provide their business owners with food and lunch and brunch or whatever. And then the speakers come out, they share their story, what they're doing in the community. But it's a great way to begin to exercise your voice and let your voice be heard. So think about that. Social media, right? Prime example, every day, everybody's on social media for the most part. You can look at groups, you can hashtag like call for speakers or speakers calls, or, whatever your expertise is, start to hashtag those things and see what posts and groups are coming up and begin to reach out to those people. Google Alerts is another one. For Google Alerts, it's free. What I love about Google Alerts is you can literally be alerted about anything. So if you are, let's just say that you're someone and you want to speak to more corporate clients, right? You will put corporate client in Google Alerts, and what will happen is, and you can tell it how often you want to do it. So if you are, like, I think I get alerts every day. I might need to go in and change it now, I'm thinking about it, but basically you can be alerted about anything that comes up on Google that's surrounding that expertise or that topic or that title. So check that out too. That's always a great way to really find out things in the world that are happening that people don't know about. This is how I really began to go international, because I started getting things from like India and, all over the world. And I was just like, okay, so that's all, and it's free. So you don't have to worry about like paying a monthly fee or whatever for that. Host an event, right? Just like Empress, they have an event coming up soon. Don't wait for people to put you on their stage. I'm a huge advocate for stop waiting for people to put you on their platform. Create your own platform. Like, I am a muse when it comes to creating your platform, because I've never waited for anybody to put me on their platform. I didn't wait, I just did it. So create a summit, get with some other speakers that are here and create a summit, right, around your expertise. Speak, put your voice out there, put your product out there, and boom, there you go. You can create a summit, telesummit, webinar, whatever, podcast. Oh my gosh, that is endless. Like, I literally have a website, and I can share it with you guys if I can find it while I'm here, but there's a website you can go to. I give it to my clients all the time. I went on that website a few months ago, and I just wanted to prove to them how easy it was getting media attention. And I literally booked like 4 podcasts in 1 hour. It was simple, it was free, and I was able to get clients from speaking and using my voice, right, telling my story. So I'll post that in here if anyone's interested. That way you can just kind of look at the podcasts that are in alignment with your expertise and get yourself out there, okay? Look at places that other speakers have spoken. Like, if there are any speakers that you admire, that you look up to, look at their LinkedIn page, look at their website, look at their Instagram, see where they're speaking, and pitch yourself to speak. Eventbrite, just like meetup.com, speaker organizations such as the NSA, the National Speakers Association, they are a phenomenal speakers association, and they have actually a free page on Facebook as well. If you don't want to join as a member, if you want to just see what they're all about, they always do call for speakers. So it's a great opportunity, again, to connect with top level speakers and just really network with people that are where you desire to be. TEDx, I'm a fan of TEDx. I was on a leadership team for like 2 years, so I will always forever and forever love TEDx. But that's always a great, if you feel like you have an idea worth spreading that's kind of different from how people think in your circle of influence, then that is always a great way to get yourself out there and leverage that. Okay, what is and then referrals? Obviously, ask for referrals. If you guys have had clients before, if you've worked with people, ask for referrals. It's okay to reach out to someone and say, hey, I'm working on this project. If you know anyone that may be interested, please send them my way. Corporate contracts. That's something that my team and I are leaning into heavily now. But that's always, and even in corporate, you guys, your story matters. I can't tell you how many deals I've closed just being at golf courses and country clubs telling my story. Okay. So that's it for that. And then obviously, like Empress mentioned earlier, if you want my help in doing this, then we have the Limitless Lounge that we just launched a few weeks ago. It's a sacred space to break free from self-imposed limitations and embrace endless possibilities. The founders rate right now is only $49 a month until you cancel. So you cancel anytime. And this is pretty much for high-level clients that are ready to live a limitless lifestyle and put their gift out in the world and activate their gift so they can show up more powerfully in the work they do. And that link is inside of the chat. So what do we have here? Thank you. Okay. All right. So Empress, what was your question, my love? Or were you just raising your hand? I thought I saw a hand.
Oh yeah, I have a question. It's actually Ezzy's question. He said, what are some sample topics you would track with Google Alerts?
So for my Google Alerts, when I set it up, I did I think I did TEDx, because I set this up probably like 7-8 years ago. I did TEDx, I did empowerment speaker, I did corporate speakers, I did life coaching because I'm a life coach. So I just put those titles in there. So anytime anything comes up around those titles, then Google alerts me. Like I get maybe 6 or 7 alerts a day. And I don't check it as often as I used to. Early on, I really was actually going through it to see who I can connect with. Or if there's someone, like if they send me an article like, hey, read this article on life coaches, this is why you need a life coach, then I could leverage that content, right, to post on social media like, hey guys, this is why you need a life coach, hire me. So either way, it was really beneficial, whether you find clients, whether you find opportunities, or whether you're just finding content. But whatever your expertise is, like if you're a coach, if you're a if you are a business coach, if you're a consultant, if you're a wellness person, just put those titles inside of Google Alerts, and how many ever you want. I think I did like 4 or 5 just to kind of keep it, minimized. And you can always change it. Like if you do it for about 2 weeks and you're like, you know what, these aren't the alerts that I really want, then change it. Just go back in there and change it to something else. But just kind of play around with it. I would start with at least 2 or 3 alerts based on your expertise. Whatever your title is, whatever you want to attract. Like if you want corporate contracts, put corporate contracts in there. So anytime anything comes up about corporate, they'll alert you. If you're in network marketing, put network marketing, whatever it is that you do, that's what you would put in there. So hopefully that answers the question.
Yes, it does. Like you say, you're here to empower us. And I am going to bring up Ezzy, one of our amazing Manifest X members here. And pretty much I want you to kind of, quickly vet in regards to what story he has and what he does in his business. So we can kind of see an example of how this is kind of like you say, accelerate and put it together. All right, Ezzy, are you there, sir?
I am. I was actually just getting ready to ask one question really quickly as well.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'd love to hear when you said we're following hashtags for speakers, what hashtags did you use, and were there platforms that you found more useful than others? For example, like LinkedIn or Twitter over Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So now I am a huge component of LinkedIn. When I started doing this, it was mainly on Facebook. And I did it that way because I knew there were so many like groups out there that had speakers that were always looking for speakers. So the main 2 hashtags that I used were hashtag call to speakers, like you actually put the # and you put call for speakers, all together, one word, and then speakers call. So if anybody had like an event coming up, say for example, then if you hashtag that and you hit enter, then you'll start to see posts like, hey, you know, we have this conference coming up. We're looking for speakers for XYZ. So it just had all of these posts coming up that were called for speakers where people were actually looking for speakers. So those were like the main two that I use. Now, if I see, like, let's just say that I see, if I'm looking at a speaker's page, for example, and I know they have an event coming up and they have like a bunch of hashtags in there, I'll start to pay attention to what those hashtags are. And if you see them like repeatedly, then use those in the search bar and hashtag that, because that means that that's something that's in sync with what everyone's using to get into those type of spaces, so that you can see those posts come up as well whenever people are looking for speakers or people to host their events or whatever it is that they're looking for. Then you'll be like the first to be alerted, because you'll see it once you do the hashtag. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect.
Okay.
And
Awesome.
Empress, what? So am I supposed to do like a 60-second or what? Empress just kind of threw me in there. Okay.
Yes, I threw you in the love hot seat right quick. So basically, share with our amazing audience who you are, the audience you serve, what results you provide for them, and how are you making an impact in the world. But then start off with with your challenge and how you was able to track that into a empowered story. So therefore, it gives you, like you say, Queen Shabana, an opportunity on how we can monetize that.
Okay. All right. So my name's Zezzy. All right. One of the things I found is that the gods are dead, meaning that the former generations had the Zig Ziglars, the Tony Robbins, the Les Browns, all of the, and it goes on and on, but the Brian Tracy's, all of the people who were able to show them what leadership is and how to be successful in life. And those people aren't there anymore. And I had to teach myself as a result, starting out as a kid in South Central LA. And so, what I'm doing now is creating a path for other youth to learn the skills that are required to be respected and loved at school, whether that's in college or in high school. And I do that by helping them build a business that makes $5K, which parents can repossess if they want in exchange for their $4,000 investment. Or they can let the kids keep it. So that's kind of what I do. And the problem I'm solving is helping better equip kids of all backgrounds with the tools to be successful, to be mindful, and to be loved and respected.
Okay, good. So let me ask you this. Why is that important to you? I heard you say the gods are dead, right? We get that you feel that that generation has pretty much died away, so you pretty much had to teach yourself. Why is that important to you? Like, what happened in your life where you got to a place where you even felt like, I need personal development, I need to learn these things? Like, what was that journey? What did that transition look like for you? Or when was that moment? Let me ask you that. When was that moment where you're like, you know what? Something has to change, like yesterday. I got to figure this out.
I'd say it was kind of a process of transitioning from, the South Central LA middle school to high school in Santa Monica, which is kind of a ritzier area, and realizing how much I didn't know, but still having the ambition to wanting to be great, right? And so I realized that there weren't a lot of resources out there, or any that I could find, to learn how to be a leader and what skills I might need in order to achieve some of the things I wanted to achieve. And then exacerbated when I went to college, because I went to the school called Williams College, which is At the time, it was like a top college in America. So you have a lot of private school kids who are in there who went to the elite private schools and elite public schools, who I also wanted to lead. And just that feeling of not necessarily feeling like I had the tools and having to guess most of the time. Fortunately, I was able to guess correctly, and I had 14 leadership roles at the college. But I could have just as easily not, and most people might not have. And so I want to help them, help equip them with the tools. Because
Okay.
they're different backgrounds. Like maybe your dad wasn't the CEO of some Fortune 500 or some huge company to pass along all of those skills that you might need, and so it's not even on your radar.
Perfect. Because you felt like you lacked those things, you now have become the solution for those that are where you used to be, so that they won't lack the leadership and the experience and the mentorship that you felt like you didn't have. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. That's definitely.
Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So now I heard you say that parents pay you. So I'm assuming your audience is typically the parents of the children that you are normally able to assist. Is that correct?
Yes. Now this is pre-launch, so
Okay.
yes, but I've recently kind of honed in on that. I was debating another genre, but I really wanted to lean into that first and foremost. So yeah, so it's
Okay.
the parents.
Awesome. Okay, so I have a suggestion for you, because I know we don't have a lot of time, but just listening to you talk, what I feel like would be a very profitable market that you can get into right now is maybe creating a structured program or workshop or something that you can either license out to the school system and get paid repeatedly, or go in and teach and build an ongoing contract with them. So maybe every quarter you come in and you teach the workshop, whatever you decide to name your workshop, and these are going to teach them the basic skill sets that they need to become, competent communicators and leaders, in their advancement of high school, college, or whatever it is that you decide to, whatever room you decide to stay in. But I feel like those would be the more profitable markets to get into. And then maybe start to network with people like that on LinkedIn, like start to see who is like the HR people for these school systems and colleges for that matter too, that you can begin to partner with and reach out to and sit down with and pitch your idea to them. And then that way, and one of the things I love about corporate contracts is it's ongoing. You ain't got to worry about if you're going to get paid. Like when they sign that contract and they want to continue to bring you back for that school year, that's an ongoing profit for you. But then it allows you to go in and leverage your gift and your story to help these young children, because obviously they can't pay you, not the amount of money that you deserve for your gift and for your expertise. So that would be the easiest way to get into it. And then obviously with the parents, maybe you can do workshops, you can do master classes where you can bring local parents in your area together to begin to pitch your idea and really get the gift out there. And then maybe they can begin to make more connections and refer you to other people once they see how powerful what you're doing is and how it is actually advancing today's society of kids.
I love that, because I heard you say like do one-to-many instead of one-to-one, and my model's definitely one-to-one right now. It's like a group element of coaching, but it's also one-to-one helping them build their businesses. So
Exactly. And how long you think you're going to be able to do that, right, without getting burnt out? Now, what I will say for anybody that's watching, one-on-one is not bad. I still have one-on-one clients. They just pay me at a higher level, because if you pay at that level, I know you're serious. So don't exclude that. Now, another thing I will say too, as a caveat to that, is always start with one-on-one, because that allows you to really hone in on your process and know that you can get people results. So when I first started coaching, for example, I had at least 5 clients before I launched a group program, because I wanted to make sure that my process worked. It worked for me, but does that mean it's going to work for other people? So definitely leverage that. And then once you get a few clients one-on-one and you see exactly what the process is, then boom, take that process, plug it in that framework that I gave you, and launch it out to the school systems, the colleges, the universities, and really go big. Like, don't play small, just go big.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And so it is awesome time for our, networking. And we have an amazing, amazing guest here, Joy Grace. And she has some valuable information to empower, like you say, Ezzy, when it comes to building out his formula. So let's bring up Miss Joy Grace. Yeah, all right, in this conversation. Because one thing that Queen had shared with us, where can you find places to share your story? Well, as you just did, we're in our Manifest Mastermind, so we get to network. So go ahead, Joy Grace, share who you are, the audience you serve, and how you can empower Edzzy in what he's doing, make lives in the children's lives to be transformational leaders, whoop, and successful and profitable.
Thank you so much. So I'm Joy Grace Harmony, and I've been in sales and joint venturing since I was 7 years young. So I first started with a ice cold Kool-Aid and lemonade and other neat things. And next door neighbors had their little stand next to us. And I learned that there was more than enough for everyone as a little kid. And so I've always been excited and passionate about how can everyone win. And the program that I'm working with, you can see the wheel behind me, that there's 6 different levels of intelligence. If I move my head, I think you might be able to read all of them. That there's like artificial intelligence, and there's emotional intelligence, and personality intelligence, business intelligence, sales intelligence. And what I do is I work with a company called the Bank, and we can supercharge your sales with the secrets, the science, and the solutions in 90 seconds or less, up to 300%. And one of the focuses that I'm focused on is to help parents with their kids and teachers with their kids, because during this pandemic, there's been a lot of depression and suicide and all this kind of stuff we've seen on the news going on. And so even though the company I work with first started, the focus was on sales and marketing, really one of the biggest benefits that I just learned is how it can help parents who have children that they don't understand, or they think they're clashing with their kids. And really what it is that their kids probably have a different bank code, a different value system, that once the parents understand what that is, they can raise the child they have instead of the one that they wish they had. So that's the audience that they serve. And I love to look for how to partner. So Ezzy, I would love to see how we can support each other, because I'm looking for the same group of people, and I can help you with some tools that some of them are free, some of them are paid for. And I'm just excited to meet you all. So thank you very much, Empress, for inviting me. And I'm just here to serve.
Well, thank you so much. All right. So yeah, definitely put your information. And I love the bank code. So if you have your bank code link, Joy Grace, definitely put it in the group chat so we can unlock what our bank code and how we can effectively communicate with one another. And of course, how this be a great essential tool for the children that Ezzy serves. Thank you so much for showing up and showing out. Yeah. All right. And the next person I want to bring up is Miss Casey Hamilton. Casey Hamilton is in the Web3 space, and she is a strategist in getting you open when it comes to receiving micropayments in the virtual currency. And one of the things I love about Casey is that she is very passionate about what she does. And then I started having a little thought, well, the youth are already in social media, and this is a way they can raise capital or to avoid their parents of taking a $4,000. Well, what about them going and sharing their entrepreneur, visions out there in the community? So Casey, are you available, my lady?
Yes, I'm here. Nice to see you guys. Happy Monday. I am
Happy Monday.
definitely having my wheels spin from everything you guys have been saying. And I will tell you, I am the daughter of a woman that died when I was 2.5 years old from a heroin overdose. And I just buried my dad a couple of years ago from overdosing on fentanyl. He was a heroin addict my whole life. So I definitely grew up without that mentorship and without that guidance on, like how to actually exit the matrix once you realize that you want to do that, when we all grow up and see what's really going on here. Not many people want to consent to that, 9 to 5 lifestyle. So I started trying to figure out how to get into digital marketing and free myself. And, I did the MLMs, I did all kinds of different things. And I found out once I started, talking about my son's vaccine injury, that I was being censored nonstop. And it, really it makes it hard to like build a business when you're talking about things they don't want us to talk about out here. So my research continued to lead me into what I have said is the next evolution of our internet. So I actually would love to show, this demographic of kids that doesn't have those mentors, how to actually monetize themselves and their stories and their content on the Bitcoin blockchain. So, imagine a human trafficking survivor being able to monetize telling her story on her own news feed, that if a troll were to start coming into her comments and trying to, make her shut up by being mean and, shut that throat chakra down, you can even set like a troll toll on that person on these new social networking advertising platforms that, set it to whatever amount you want to charge them for them to even be able to speak to you on your news feed. So the way that we can clean up a lot of the things that don't feel very good about social media these days on this next evolution of our internet, once we have micropayments, is quite a big deal. So sorry, I did not explain that very well, I feel like, but what we're looking at is social networking and advertising platforms that enable micropayments. So each engagement, is a heart-to-heart connection directly with your audience, peer-to-peer. And, we don't have to fight all these algorithms and things that are, holding back important information and our reach on the legacy platforms. So does that make any sense? I'm like totally trying to explain this. Sometimes it's hard to just jump off and go into it, but we're definitely at the very beginning of being able to, blaze the path for other entrepreneurs to learn how to monetize their events and their products and services using the Bitcoin blockchain. Empress just got her campaign up today for the Wealth Acceleration Summit. So now everyone that promotes for her event can be rewarded in micropayments of Bitcoin per click that they generate of traffic they drive to the event. And that's just one of the ways that we're going to be monetizing some of her offers that she's got going on here. So like I said, we're
Yes,
all
yes, yes.
yeah.
Continue.
We're all in such a new space. There's so much education that goes into, getting someone started, that that's what I've been doing, is kind of a VIP concierge onboarding service for people to expedite their entry into this space and helping them take their brand to the blockchain era. So.
Mm. And so I got a quick question for you. That was a wealth of amazing Web3 information. And as we decentralize it in supporting, the youth, like, like say, for instance, the youth are getting bullied at school or bullied on their social media, by embracing this new social networking revolution on the platform that can better serve Ezzy as he develops the confidence and also the tools and resources for them to be successful entrepreneurs out in the world. How would micropayments of them marketing their product and service to their friends, their family, their communities be supportive in that capacity, Casey?
Well, just being able to monetize themselves as entrepreneurs. There's, alternative to Amazon being built if they're into e-commerce. There's alternative to Instagram or Patreon being built if they, are using any of those to monetize. Now there's ways they can start using these platforms to just get their selves out there as entrepreneurs in the world and invite their audience to come and support them in all these new ways. So It's just, we're already teaching these kids how to become entrepreneurs and how to use digital marketing as a skill set. This is just a whole nother set of tools they can use to earn money in other ways. And, we have a lot of economic instability going on with US dollar, and, earning fiat currency is, not the only option out here anymore. So when you can earn micropayments of Bitcoin, that's the most valuable commodity on earth right now, in my humble opinion. But for those that don't know, the original protocol of Bitcoin was restored under the ticker symbol of BSV as of November 2018. So if those youth that are out there, have any interest in digital currencies and they think they missed the boat at investing in Bitcoin before it went to, $20,000 or something, they did not, because the original protocol of Bitcoin is currently like $35 a share. So when you earn micropayments of Bitcoin on these social networking and advertising platforms that we're talking about this evening, you're actually earning BSV. So, as the price of BSV goes up with global adoption, once people realize how much utility is with this enterprise blockchain, then, if you only earn $5 on these platforms, that $5 is going to go up when the price goes up too. So the first mover advantage we have here, and the opportunity to really, establish a brand on this blockchain and on these platforms before more people understand what's happening, is a great opportunity. So I'm just trying to, help people understand what's happening. There's not one vertical out here right now that won't be absorbed by the BSV blockchain as it's globally adopted. So it's definitely something to keep an eye on, if nothing else.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Any questions, Ezzy, for Casey before we, like you say, follow up and clean up and roll out?
I just
questions, Ezzy, for
I just saw. Sorry,
None
I just saw
for-
a question in the chat.
Oh yeah. What does BSV mean? About jungle love lightness. Whoop, whoop.
It stands for Bitcoin Satoshi Vision, and it is the original protocol restored under the new ticker symbol of BSV instead of BTC. So that's a really big deal, because not many people know that yet. So that's what's coming, to light, and everything that I'm sharing about these platforms has been built on that blockchain.
Excellent. Did that answer your question? Jungle Love Lioness. Woo-hoo. Awesome sauce. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to put in the group chat the link tree to get booked and onboarded to your micropayments for your business and your passion projects with amazing Casey Hamilton. Yeah. Man, I was muted. Did y'all hear me?
We
All
heard you.
right. There I am. I'm back. Okay, cool. I'm doing myself. All right. Well, to get booked and get seen and heard through the micropayments, please be sure to get booked with Casey. I'm going to put our amazing link tree in the group chat so you can continue discussion and get educated and onboarded on how you can start receiving micropayments and utilizing your story to go out there and monetize, from your audience of serving them and them serving you back. All right. Thank you so much, Casey. And then Ezzy, any other questions before we move forward into what does this all look like? And we're closing out with our gratitude.
No questions from me. I get it.
I have a quick one for Shabana. When someone joins the Limitless Lounge, what can they expect?
That's a really good question. So when you join the Limitless Lounge, it's something that I have curated over the past few weeks. So my vision for this is a sacred space where you can come and eliminate your limiting beliefs, tap into your gift, explore the essence of who your soul truly came here to be, because I feel like as human beings, a lot of us are living lives that other people projected upon us and not who our soul truly came here to be. And within that, we're going to tap into different areas of monetizing your story and your gift, because that is just my passion. And that's where I see our society going. The more people that I can help activate their gift, let their voices be heard, and put their story out in the world, the bigger impact we can make. So I just wanted to curate a space where we can actually come together and do that. So hopefully that answers your question.
Yes, it does. But yes, but also, and how do you do that? Is there like group meetings, or is it one-on-one?
Yep. So when we do that, we're going to have in the membership, we'll be doing live trainings every month. We're doing shadow work right now. So we're in a series where we're doing shadow work to really eliminate the limiting beliefs and really face who we are as human beings. And then we have guest speakers coming in every month. So that is right now, that is how the duration of that program is going to look.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Any more burning questions, ladies and gentlemen? Where we got Queen right here in nature. Come on, come on, come on, because the gap is about to get closed. And I'm going to put back in the group chat, you know, the amazing how you can get in touch and get in tune and enrolling yourself in converting that victim story into empowered story, so you can have a story that sells in that magnetic messaging anymore. Going once, going twice. Well, we're pre-sold already, you know, into your program. And I really appreciate you, my lady. And as we continue, let's go back over here to the screen share. All right, boom, shakalaka, shakalaka. All right. All right, that's where, if you guys saw the link tree, this is what it looks like. So you can get to, you know, book Casey right here. Boom, boom, book your onboarding session. Step 1, schedule a blockchain strategy today with the amazing Casey. Woo, 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 woo. And then get to the cash flow concierge. All right, yeah. Okay, so after creating a story that sells, guess what? You begin to earn more. And with that being shared, the number one skill set every entrepreneur must master to grow a business to 6 to 7 figures is impacting millions. Now, my question is, what is that? Well, Miro always says, Empress, when I decided to fall in love with the game of enrollment, everything shifted. So that is the most important key that we want everyone to learn today is enrollment. All right. So how to manifest X in our masterminds. We already discussed, you know, who we are, the audience we serve, what is the time frame results we see manifested, and what are the creating for yourself in the community. We dialogue about that. But now we get to go into the dream. Just like how Casey has shared about the Wealth Acceleration Summit, just like how Queen Savannah shared about the Wealth Acceleration Summit. We all have dreams, but then when we all came together, this is where the Wealth Acceleration Summit was incubated, created, and developed by Eric West and myself, and those who are supporting, like you say, Brittany Parrott, Casey, and now we got Joy in the mix. Like you said, it's growing, and it's all happening here because our hearts are aligned, and we're there to support each other along the way.
Are you tired of working for money? Do you want to learn how to create cash flow? How to create wealth through investing? Want passive income? Learn how to create and grow a wealth engine. Think this recession will create opportunities? If you answered yes to any of the above, call or text us at 301-298-2401. Visit us at www.cashflow-concierge.com.
Yeah. See, this is what happens when you take your dreams and create a reality, and that goes into the declaration. So what are we declaring? We're declaring this.
Hi, I am the Crypto Concierge. They call me that because my team and I found a way to assist people with finding ways to alleviate their financial stress. We created a service as well as a platform to assist you in finding and learning how to fix your financial stress. The platform is called the Wealth Acceleration Summit. Our vision is to create a world where everyone has the knowledge and resources to take control of their financial future. Mission: to deliver the preeminent summit for successful wealth building experts seeking to share strategies, tools, and processes that work, and individuals seeking to develop the best wealth building strategies for themselves. Wealth Acceleration Summit will show you how to create wealth engines. What is a wealth engine, you may ask? A successful business can be considered a wealth engine, as it can provide significant financial returns over time. Similarly, investing in stocks, real estate, or other financial instruments can also be considered wealth engines. The Wealth Acceleration Summit will show you how to make passive income in a safe environment. Come join us for our virtual summit on June 2nd to June 4th, 2023. Don't miss our exciting virtual event. Visit us at wealthaccelerationsummit.com or text us at 301-298-2401 to learn more about this incredible opportunity. We will provide you the wealth tools that can change your life.
When we add with that declaration, with the Wealth Acceleration Summit, again, the vision is a world where one has the knowledge and resources to take control of their financial future. But with that being shared is that we can accelerate our vision at the Wealth Acceleration Summit by joining us at this exclusive for game-changing strategies, expert insights, and actionable steps to unlock your financial potential. See, this summit includes a variety of topics related to wealth creation and management with a focus of income shifting strategies and investment opportunities. So when we get to deliver, let's share with you what does the delivery looks like.
All right, so you're going on a crypto cruise.
I'm going on a crypto cruise, yes.
So you have been in the cash flow concierge concept and program for about 6 months, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And in that time frame, you've been able to pay all your bills in crypto or not?
I've been paying most of my bills for the last 2 months with it.
Yeah, I get it before, I get it before, look, hey, got too many men, yeah. Get me online, we always on 10, stick on my style.
Right, so as you see, the dream going into what we got it takes to manifest X in our lives, to being an epic speaker, Miro Speakers Connection in developing the Wealth Acceleration Summit. We want everyone to participate by supporting and showing up for our summit that is happening June 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th. And with that being shared, you'll get to see around major experts who are going to be giving deliverables. And we want Manifest X to show up and show out by actively participating, but learning the skills and tools you need to improve your life when it comes to your business and your personal professional development. Because it's all about our money mindset. When we shift our money mindset and start to do things a certain way that doesn't feel comfortable to us, meaning that we're heading in the correct direction to achieve financial success. So I'm going to put the information in the group chat and then open it up for a discussion. And I see that Mr. Wesley is here. Hello, Mr. Wesley. Hey. Anything to share with us, sir?
What's up? None. I'm just chilling. I just want to make sure I got up in here. I know I'll be a little busy. It's all good. Happy holidays.
Good to see you, sir.
What's
Happy
up,
holidays.
young man? How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
All right. So as we see that we're all here in the gallery view, what I would like for us all to do as we begin to, I really appreciate you all investing your value time on this Memorial Day, and everyone who will be watching this amazing viewing, be sure to definitely get with us at Manifest X and be able to see you on one of our live Zooms here. And we appreciate you. But we're going to close out with some gratitudes. And I'm going to start with Jungle of Lioness on what you're grateful for and what landed for you at this amazing epic Manifest X Mastermind. Thank you so much.
I am grateful for clarity and for living in a place where I get to live the way most people come to take a vacation. And what landed for me is continuing to be in spaces with innovation and like-minded individuals who are sharing insights that might not be common.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. And who invited you? Who invited you?
Well, Brittany reminded me that this is a space I'm in.
Excellent.
I've kind of
Thank
been
you,
hanging
Brittany.
out in the background for a long time, so.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. Get in there. Get in there. Woo!
I
Thank
just
you for
posted
playing so long now. Go ahead.
yeah, I just posted Miro's YouTube channel, so you can check out all the recordings of the Manifest X Mastermind there.
Woo woo! Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, James, Golden Child with Telehealth. What did you learn today, and what are you grateful for, sir?
Yeah. So I liked GPS, Goals, Purpose, Story. And I also like the idea of thinking where your clients are going to be after you serve them, right? Like, and we're always picturing our ideal life, but it's also good to picture the ideal life that we're giving to someone else through the services that we offer. So I think if we can visualize that, that'll help us empower people to give them that life. And so those were my biggest takeaways. I got to find out how to individualize my own Google alerts instead of just letting the algorithms do their thing. But yeah, and I am grateful for you, Empress, that you're always here in such high energy, guiding us through, and every one of you as well. So thank you, guys.
Woo! All right, my lovely Brittany. Woo, woo, bringing it in, holding the fort down. Woo!
Thank you so much. I'm thankful to be a part of this group. I'm thankful for just the nuggets of wisdom. Well, also, let me start from the beginning. Thankful for Victory, bringing her skills, her talents forward to like just immerse us in such a beautiful restorative sound bath. Thank you. Yeah, thank you to Savannah for just her nuggets of wisdom. Like every week she's here, she just brings so much value to the plate. So very thankful for our special guests, and of course for you, Empress, and Eric, and this entire family of incredible individuals that like we're just stepping into our greatness right now, and it's an incredible ride. I'm here for it. And yeah, this is an incredible year. So I'm excited to see Empress's growth, Eric's growth, and just the synergy that this entire mastermind group has, and how supportive and just like genuinely supportive it is. So thank you. And thank you, Monique, for showing up. Yay, it's great to have you back.
Woo woo! And be able, ladies and gentlemen, coming soon, this Synergy Symposium happening July the 7th and 8th, live and virtual in Los Angeles, California. Definitely, let's support Brittany Parr in this major creation that she's out there connecting individuals, entrepreneurs, thought leaders, organizations to stay of what it's like being human and getting in their heart space and making it happen in the impact in our community. Having Synergy Symposium, share who they are, what they're all about in the coming days. So be ready, Brittany, because you're going to be sharing. Woo woo! All right. Joy Grace, what is the golden nugget that you have learned today, lady? I mean, you was blessed last week at the amazing epic Getting Financially Fit Crypto Edition. And then today with the Monday Mastermind, what did you learn? How did you grow? And what are you implementing? And what you're grateful for? I know I said a lot, but
You sure did in a sentence. I love that I met you at Manny's event. I love every person that you brought with Brittany. And it means that actually, I think Brittany should be joining us with the Clint Arthur call then on not today, but a week from today, right? So let me get you on that one with us, because I guess there's always so much going on. So I learned that that's actually her event. So now I know, okay, well, definitely you should be on the call with us. I'm sorry, there was a lot of notes. So I'm glad that I know now that the July event is hers. Cool. The only thing that's more important than your summit this weekend, because I see you have Sharon Lecter all these amazing people that I love. I'm doing Landmark Forum, and it's a cycle of energy that's taken 25 years to complete. So it's the only thing that's more important than your Wealth Summit, or I would be there. And I highly recommend, though, to everyone else that's on this, that you go, because if for Sharon Lecter alone, in addition to all the other amazing people, that's just who I saw when I first clicked on there, it's worth it. It's amazing. We'll learn a lot. You're already dialed in and connected, and I'm so excited to just be involved. So, woo! What a Memorial Day. Oh my goodness. I think I have to declare this one the best ever. And so, and how does it get any better than this? But I know that the universe answers every question. So that's the one that I say, I'm grateful. And how could it possibly be any greater than this? And I'm ready to receive that too. So thank you for inviting me. And I look forward to connecting. So anybody, as if you get a chance to reach out to me, I would love to connect you to some really great people as well. And anybody on here, actually, you know, it's all, I'm happy to help anybody. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Like you say, we don't be helping, we empower, inspire, educate, motivate to take action. Ezzy, what are you grateful for? What landed for you, my dear love, Ezzy?
Yeah. And Joyce, I'll have to shoot you I'll have to shoot you a message, get your info. But yeah, I think thinking about the one to many, I think that's important. It's an important step, especially for those of us who you know, are doing coaching. Like after you do that first round, have a plan already in place for, you know, that group, so that it's not, you know, destroying your time. And the sound bath, fire, just straight fire. That is all.
Have it, ladies and gentlemen. All right, like you say, Leah, like what did came up for you? What landed? You know, working in the infrastructure behind the scenes, you know, but what landed for you, my love? AKA
Yeah,
Miro.
the meditation is really life-changing. Yeah, because honestly, this past few weeks I felt so much hatred because of what's happening around me. But then I learned to love myself, see my self-worth, and yeah, just continue working. I'm very much grateful for Eric Wesley, for Empress, for Brittany, for everyone here in the Manifest X Mastermind for still supporting me. And I'll still be supporting Manifest X and the Cash Flow Concierge as long as they needed me. As long as I can support you guys. I'm very grateful for all these people out here.
Excellent. Thank you so much, love. And Casey, what are you grateful for? What landed for you, my love? And I'll put you on the spot. Okay.
No, it's okay. I really, really loved Victory's meditation. That was amazing. I think that we are going to heal the world with sound and sacred vibrations. And her voice was resonating with those singing bowls so good. And it just was really touching to listen to the words she was speaking. Really got me into the good feel vibes that it takes to really create your manifestation, you know? So super grateful for her. I'd love to connect with her more. And I'm just really excited to see where this whole mastermind goes. Like everyone else said, I mean, this is going to be a blessing to watch us all, you know, blossom as this whole like budding ecosystem I'm bringing you guys into with me grows and everything too. So I'm really excited. And just, you know, Brittany, I will be in touch. I'm gonna get your stuff finished soon. So let's make it happen. Let's fucking go.
I mean, we already going, you know what I'm saying? We already making it happen. It's just like you say, getting all in the clarity. Because what did Miro say? Clarity creates reality. And what, James, what we have to do at Manifest X, you already know what we got to do.
Play full out and have fun.
There you go. So when you play full on out and have fun, you open up the doors of your inner abundance to resonate with the messages, and you get the gems of that and be able to empower your day and going throughout the week, and you do it over and over and over. Yeah, you may see the same presentation over and over, but it begins to soak in. It begins to soak in, and then you begin to have that transformational experience. Again, I am grateful for everyone, because everyone is a representation of who I am, and I get to improve on making everything better, because in every day we get better and better, becoming better versions of ourselves. And what landed for me was the gems that was landed in regards to how to empower my stories and be able to cultivate what's present with me and just fashion it all together, and be able to speak my truth and continue to move forward and ask for support. Again, I thank you. I'm Empress, an intuitive business advisor, facilitated with Manifest X, and allow Miro and his queen rise above in order to create those dream empires so we can rise and ascend alongside of them. Again, I appreciate you all. See you back next week at Monday, Manifest X. Peace out.